Another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. It's him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Throw finds Jamar Chase. It almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Completed to his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down.
It's a loss of 8.
And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Following the sack, needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. That throw behind his intended target. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Up and good for Romo. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
And a little close for comfort, but it don't. Get to the end zone before going out for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Ready. Gotta be lying. Mustang 19. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ready.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. Go.
From the gun, Judkins. On the move, past the 40. He is down to the 30-yard
drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium. It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
At the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Milrow. And it's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. Second and 10.
70, Timberwolves.
Milrow from the gun. Throwing for the back of the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's down.
The coverage by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Okay, break.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Milrow throwing on third down. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
All set now. First and 10.
Here we go, start. Hawks, 70, Hawks. Ready?
From the red zone on first. Throws caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. He finds it right side. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Gun.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Bengals have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Burrow now on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up second down.
11.
Burrow setting the throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Back to Flowers they go. He's first down bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Has Chase. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
On one, right?
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 5.
Looking inside the red zone. And he's got it. And it's a layup for it, but touchdown. The Bengals hold a slim 2-point lead early. You always tell me Rocket is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10.
Hey, Viking, ain't this ready?
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Ready.
Throwing now, Milrow. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
Listen, this guy's reputation certainly precedes him in any game he's on the field, but it doesn't always keep QBs away from challenging him, especially early. But you know what will deter quarterbacks? Results, and those are the results he's looking for.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Bengals are out in front. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Gonna let this one fly. It connects on the deep shot. And this is gonna take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. The QB just nailed it.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Complete. It's Trevor Etienne. Headed right through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals making a 9-point advantage. So Rock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game. Stout all set to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Give now to the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical as nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Pass brought in by Burton. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
70 range. 70 range. Here we go. Here we go.
First down throw here from Milrow. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop over the 46-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
At the 46-yard line.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Design run. Here's Milrow. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Not the biggest game, but exactly what they needed. Just get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
On the ready.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Running back sets in motion. Line up the design keeper. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. He'll pass it this time. Fits it through the middle. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Here's Milrow to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 1-score game before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finding Flowers. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Go.
Good for a Bengals first down.
Here's Burrow. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Johnson finds the football complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
First and 10.
Here we go.
14-yard line.
From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball.
Here we go.
It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cut near the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
They'll try and punch it in. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Let's get set. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Unless you're already...
And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Romo's point after is good. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
Bengals 24, Vikings 14.
Stout all set to send this one away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
70 Timberwolves.
Milrow with it on 1st. Now he's taking a shot, going for it all. And the trick play doesn't pay off. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He'll throw it. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Forced out to his right. He's going to run for it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. First out, all set to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready,
First
break.
call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Start.
Milrow looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Gets up the edge to the 35. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Let's go.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Off the play fake, Milrow. He rolls to his right. He can run it. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And Milrow goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Ready.
It's a design run for Milrow. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one. Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
Ready. Bronco 80. 70 Lions. Let's go.
4th down. Pass coming. He's got it. And they stop him. No touchdown. No first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 180. Stop.
It's Burrow from the end zone. Has it downfield. field. It's Chase. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 empty.
Defense showing blitz. Burrow. Right back to Chase. And he will get this inside the 30.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
29-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead.
14.
Stout all set to send this one away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
They're going play action. This one falls incomplete.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19, 18 Rattler, 8.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Left it, ready.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Buys time, rolling right. And Milrow goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And the Vikings first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Cougar 19.
Milrow from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Hurt. 79 Broncos. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Connects downfield, on target to Burden. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Down. Justin, 60 Eagles. Go.
To throw, here's Milrow. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Ready, set.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26.
Here we go. Start. Hawk, step.
Sticking to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
This is thrown towards the defender instead, man. He's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Second and 10. No run throw. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Here we go, here we go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Get it.
Go to him again. And he's not going to get there. They get him for a loss back at the 4. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10.
Bengals 31. Vikings 21.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
11, Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Gets everything he has under this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
12, 180.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, check. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go!
It's a sweep. He pops fast forward. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Billy Bowman on the stop. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on. 19, 18. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Cuddy.
Milrow looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the play, somebody's shaking up, and oof, that is not somebody you want to lose. That is quarterback Jalen Milrow receiving the assistance. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Cuddy. 19, target. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here's the backup. First throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. This one goes for 3 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Working now from the gun. They're on him again, and he goes down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule. That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Desperation time here. Buying some time right. He's going for it himself. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th. First down from the 42. Sending him on the dive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. Free inside the 30. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Gun.
Another carry for it. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
On 1, ready?
Line of scrimmage once again. That 7-yard line as they get set. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide inside.
They give it to him again. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Romo adds the point after. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead.
Bengals 38, Vikings 21.
Stout all set to send this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Touchdown Tampa at their own 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd down pass play coming. Into a crowd. That pass is intercepted. Nick Bolton has it.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters.
Here we go.
And this defense is cutting it loose.
Stop.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
11. Let's get set. Stop.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Quentin
Thought he
Johnston.
had a touchdown there.
Incomplete.
So now it's going to be 3rd and
Brings up
long.
3rd down and 11.
Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Up and good for Romo. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. He didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. First down from the 42.
60 by 60.
Pass play now. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.